they always said that, after 12 months, you will plateau. You won't get any better, or you won't get any worse. That is it. But what I have found is, over time, you do get better, but it's very, very slowly.
Very gradual.
It does depend on your outlook, and if you can keep positive as much of the time as possible, it does help.
You said there that the guidance you were given was, most of your improvement's going to happen in the 12 months. Yeah. I have noticed in the second 12 months continual improvement in the residual kind of issues that I believed I had. And somebody had said that one of the best healers is, time away from the event. So the longer you get from the stroke, the better you feel about it. But I definitely felt in the second 12 months, and I know now that I'm better than I was this time last year, for example, and it's been 2 years.
I think a very good thing is meeting people that have had strokes.
Yeah.
And talking about their fears and what's happened to them, and you can almost get better by seeing what other people have done.
You don't feel as isolated when you talk to other people as well. Yeah.
But talking to people like yourself who've had similar things, you can bounce off those people.
Yeah. It's knowing that other people have got the same problems, that you're not on your own thinking the world is just really alien to me now.
And bouncing off each other and finding ways to cope.
Yeah.
The group on a Monday that for stroke survivors, and I started going to that, and first went and I was like, didn't want to be there, but everyone makes you feel so welcome, and you start talking to other people who've had the same experiences as you.
I know I only had a mild one like you, and when I first met you, we talked, and it was like you could in the mirror, because you had the same thing as me, that I felt everybody didn't understand me, but I knew exactly how you were doing and feeling,
Well, I can remember at the peer support group, and you couldn't stay the first time, could you?
I couldn't stay for quite a few.
And then the only reason you stayed the second time was if you could make the tea, because you felt...
because I had to do something.
You felt that you were doing something. So it's little things like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then you met me?
That's right. It's good, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I think if you...
Good comes out of bad. Always say that, right?
When he first had the stroke, he didn't want to go out. He didn't want to see anybody. He didn't want to do anything. And we heard about this Stroke Association group, and he definitely didn't want to go. Yeah. They invited us on a few occasions, and he still didn't want to go. And then one day I said, "Come on, let's just try it." And he hasn't looked back. The group has brought him out of his shell. They go on outings. There is a whole group of friends that he's made, and he loves it. He's more like his old self.
That's good.
And it's brought him out, and he's socialising for the first time since he's had the stroke.
It's a journey, isn't it?
It is, for both of us.
I found attending groups has been good.
Oh, excellent.
There are so many skills from our other members. And to tell you the truth, I wouldn't have met a lot of them without having had the stroke. And we all go to the gym as well together, which is great camaraderie.
It's that support for each other, isn't it?
Yes, without a doubt.
We've got to help everybody, haven't we? And that's how I see it. We all help each other, and it's lovely.
I found reading relaxing, and listening to the radio relaxing. So those two combined helped me to recharge my batteries, or whatever you want to call it, just so I can get through the day.
That's similar is I got really back into music, got my record player out and listened to my LPs and stuff, and it's all this stuff I have, but I never had time to do. I've now started time to do. So the things I loved was like music and bands and all that stuff. Yeah. It's good in that sense that I've got the time to do that sort of stuff, and I have to just make myself slow down and enjoy those things.
Yeah, absolutely.
You played guitar, didn't you?
Yes.
And you can't play anymore, can you?
No. Because I couldn't play, it was a loss. And for a long time I couldn't listen to music. So I couldn't listen to other people doing it and remembering I can't do this.
Yeah.
And it's taken a good 2 years to sort of bring myself back into sort of being able to listen to it, maybe not being able to play it, but
able to appreciate it still.
Yes.
Is that period you go through then, you can't do this anymore. So coming to terms with that, how long did that take? And have you dealt with that now, or are you still struggling with that?
I don't think you ever get over it. You just have to put it to one side and realise, yes, I can't do that, but I can still do this.
Yeah. Or find new things.
And find new things. And basically look on the positive rather than the negative. Because if you look on the negative, there is so much there to bring you down. And you have to look positive for it. You know, whatever happens to you, after having the stroke has already happened.
I like to plan going abroad, and I thought I got to have something to look forward to myself.
We bought a log burner for the house, and I've been able to break logs up with a wedge and with a large hammer, and I've been able to put a supply of logs together for the family.
Wow.
Which is like providing for them, and I really enjoy that. It gives me exercise and keeps me focused.
I've now been approached to be a stroke ambassador, helping out with the Scout group.
Working as a volunteer in the stroke unit, I've built up relationships with patients that have been discharged.
I was invited along to the stroke unit about a few months ago to actually help them with an interviewing panel for a clinical psychologist post they were advertising. So that was very rewarding for me, because having been out of employment for 4 years, it was very nice for them to ask me. But also from that, I've decided to become a stroke ambassador with the Stroke Association, and I'm at the early stages of that.
Now I've gone to another group.
Yeah.
So I've met nice people there, and I've had a meal then after it's finished. So I'm staying there and I'm eating, which I wouldn't eat in a cafe either. So, you know, I'm doing lots of ticks now on my fridge. Yeah, I really am. Yeah.
That's good.
So